If 12 years in the NFL taught me anything, it's that 99.9% of training camp headlines don't matter. But now that I'm on the other side of this thing, I find myself gravitating towards these reports. And I want to find that 0.1% that nails it. I put out breakdowns on some of the top linemen in this year's draft. I went even more in depth on their film with some of the guys that I train. And now I want to see how these guys are handling the business during camp. So I'm going to scan what beat reporters are saying, and if I see a legit problem, I'm going to try to provide a fix. Let's start with the 4th overall pick this year, the guy protecting Drake May in New England for 2025, Will Campbell. The sky is falling. He's already a bust in 2 weeks. That's what X is saying. More measured, credible reports are saying he's had some strong moments in the run game, but has given up a sack in most every practice. Now I say sack because sacks don't exist in practice. It's just defensive linemen running by a quarterback. It's whatever. That's a whole nother thing. Whenever you hear sack in practice, take that with a huge grain of salt because D linemen will really make it look like they got a sack in practice when in reality, the quarterback never hits the ground in practice. So you got to get beat quick and flat out to make it a legit practice sack. Reporters are saying he's getting beat to the inside because he's oversetting. Oversetting happens when you drift past the junction point between your opponent and the quarterback, allowing him an easier inside go. But a lot of times this oversetting thing gets thrown around. It could be multiple things. I'm not there. I'm not at practice. So here's where my mind goes when I think getting beat to the inside. Number 1, staying square. All right. Tendency for young guys, they're a little late off the ball. The speed's fast. So they're going to open and raise up a little bit. All right. That's just instincts taking over. That's fight or flight. You're going to get tall. You're going to scan your surroundings. And a lot of times you're going to open up. And when you open up, you give an easy inside edge. The fix to this is getting up to the line of scrimmage and thinking my shoulders, my hips are staying square to that line. And really the big unlock is trying to get back out of your stance as fast as possible and chew up as much ground in that first kick. That way you can get to that junction point, that point between the rusher and the quarterback faster, be under control, be square, and ready to play ball when it matters. If you watch the best tackles in the game like Lane Johnson, Trent Williams, and even Hall of Famers like Joe Thomas, the one thing that these guys constantly do is get to their spot fast. They beat their rusher to the spot. And if I had one piece of advice for Will, it's to figure out how you can get your body back to that spot as fast as you can in the best position possible because everybody does it differently. Everyone has different body types, but guys get it done through different techniques, different means. But the biggest thing is getting to that point because when you're able to chew up ground, stay square, and get to the junction point before the D end, you're under control now. You can move your feet quicker inside to take away any inside move. And then vice versa, you're also able to keep protecting that outside edge throughout the pass rep. Again, you can't believe most of what you read about training camp practice, or at least you have to take it with a grain of salt. Even videos like this can be misleading, but hopefully this gave you some more depth than a headline.